Hi, I'm Alicia Rosas. I'm a sophomore here at Texas Tech University, and I'm studying Community, Family, and Addiction Services with minors in Youth Development, Recovery, Leadership, and Adventure Wellness, and Addictive Disorders and Recovery Studies. I graduated high school in 2013 from Ira High School. It was a very small school. I was valedictorian of my class of 13 students, so I'm definitely very motivated about community-based activities because my community was so well-knit. I spent 2 years in the program as a TA, and this is my second year as a consultant. I was a junior in high school when I applied to be a TA at a conference in 2011, and so I'm really passionate about this organization. I work as a cashier in hospitality services at Texas Tech, so I'm around people all the time. But my career goal is to work in youth substance abuse prevention because addiction has impacted my life and my brother and sister's lives. So I understand that this is definitely something that I don't want other people to have to go through. I would prefer to work in prevention so that I can help other people not have a life like I had, and even to learn from the things that I've gone through. Some of my hobbies are watching Doctor Who and Disney movies. I'm kind of a nerd, and I really enjoy running. I enjoy hanging out with friends and playing with my cat because I'm a cat lady. And I really have a passion and a message to share. So what better way to do that than through public speaking? So today I'm going to give you guys 3 tips on how to effectively publicly speak. Your tips are going to be audience, material, and motivation. So you're going to want to first know your audience. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to an audience of elementary students, or are you talking to adult business people? This is definitely going to determine how you do your messaging. You're going to want to tailor your messaging to your audience. If you're talking to a younger age group, then you're going to want to make your presentation a lot more visual and use pictures and activities. Whereas if you're talking to business people, you're definitely going to want to make it more formal. You're going to want to be more professional. You're going to want to make your presentation really easy to remember. So today I gave you guys 3 tips that are really easy to remember so that you can take back something. You definitely want your audience to not feel like they walked into your presentation and didn't learn a single thing. So making it as easy to remember as possible will definitely help your audience. And you want to know how you're presenting it. Are you going to do it in the form of an activity, or are you going to do it in a PowerPoint presentation? Are you going to use a whiteboard, or are you going to be outside doing your presentation? And you're going to want to ask your audience questions to check and make sure that they understand the material. You don't want to start going in depth on something really complex and nobody knows what you're talking about. Then they're all confused. So ever so often ask your audience, did y'all understand that concept? Can I explain that better for you? Or does anybody know what I'm talking about and would you like to explain it? So that your audience knows what you're talking about. And you're going to want to dress appropriately for your audience. So I am dressed in a t-shirt and some jeans today, and so this is appropriate for my audience of young adults and the staff at the Texas School Safety Center. But if I was speaking to business people, or if I was in the Capitol at Texas in Austin, then I would probably want to be wearing more business attire. The second thing that you're going to want to remember is material. So what do you want your audience to know? This is going to be very directly connected to your time frame. How much time do you have to tell them what you want them to know? If you only have a small time frame, then you're going to want to be very basic in your concepts. But if you have a larger time frame, then you can go into more detail. If you know your information more, you're going to be a lot less nervous. So definitely practice your information. You're going to want to answer questions. You can answer questions better if you know your information more. And if you don't know the answer to a question, definitely let your audience know and be honest with them. But let them know that you can get back to them with that information at a later time. And you're going to want to ask yourself, how can your audience use what you're telling them? You want to make it relatable to them. So I wouldn't come up here and talk about public speaking if I didn't think that I could make it in a way that's relatable for you. So that's why I developed it into 3 small concepts so that you can remember. You're going to want to know if you want to give them handouts, or if you want your audience to take notes, or if you're going to want to present your information in the form of an activity, because this definitely determines your material. And you're going to want to know how you need to be prepared too. So I'm using note cards because I had a small amount of time to prepare for this presentation, but if you have a longer amount of time, then you might want to practice it over and over again and memorize your material. And just practice, practice, practice. I practiced this once before I did it, and I also practiced it twice in front of the mirror in my bedroom, so I became familiar with my material and how I'm going to present. You're also going to want to know your motivation. So why were you specifically asked to do this presentation? What about you makes you the one that can give this information effectively? You're going to want to know if you are informing your audience or trying to persuade them. If you're going to inform them, you just want to give them facts and not really sway them in either direction. It's just information-wise. And if you want to persuade your audience, you're going to take a side on a point and definitely show how you are motivated towards that point. You're also going to want to give them a call to action. So you're going to ask them to do something at the end based on what you told them to do. Ask, why is it important to you? What is personally motivating you to give this presentation? Because I've been in this program a little bit longer and I've had more public speaking opportunities, my motivation right now is to help you guys get better at public speaking. So that's my personal motivation. And you're going to want to convey a passion through your tone and demeanor. So you want to sound really excited if it's a presentation meant to elicit a response from your audience, but you're going to want to be more serious if it's a more serious topic or in a more professional environment. You're going to want to watch your voice, what you say, and how you say it. And you're going to also want to watch your nonverbals. So I know I use my hands a lot and I have note cards, but you want to definitely be aware of distractions or if you move around a lot. And those are the 3 tips that I have for y'all for public speaking. Know your audience material and motivation, and I really hope that you take these tips into consideration when doing public speaking. Thank you guys. You'll have a great day.